Good morning, students. Welcome to the crash course on system programming. So, today we'll be discussing some important topics starting from Unit 1. Right. The first topic we'll be discussing today is the general machine structure. In the previous class, I told you we will be studying IBM 360. So, first thing you should know is the architecture of IBM 360. It's going to be the machine structure. Right. So this is going to be similar to your microprocessor architecture. So you will be having these registers, the memory and all is what we are going to discuss now. So let us start now. So first and foremost thing I want to tell you is every instruction's address will be stored. The instruction which is executed, current instruction that is executed, the address of that current instruction is going to be stored in a location counter. It's called LC. It's called as location counter. This is similar to your PC, right? So location counter is the program counter in SP, right? Okay, so the next thing you should know here is the instruction register. So what do you mean by instruction register? Instruction register is a register which is going to store the instruction. Say I told you the instruction is stored, let us say the line number of the instruction or the address of the instruction is, let us say, 2000. The address is going to be stored in the location, let us say 2000. There is an instruction. So let us take an example from MP because you are familiar, more familiar with that. So let us say there is a load instruction at location 2000. Okay, so LC will be pointing to 2000. The value of the location counter will be 2000, and that current instruction, the instruction itself, which is the load instruction, will be stored inside the instruction register. So this is instruction register stores instruction. Yes. Next thing is called as instruction interpreter. Instruction interpreter what it does, it just decodes the instruction. So it is going to divide and see whether it is an add instruction or it is going to be a multiply instruction, subtract instruction, whatever instruction it is going to decode and see, right? So you only have add and subtract instructions here. There is no multiply instruction. Just saying, for example, it just tries to decode and understand, right? So there are also some registers here, the general registers. The general purpose registers in IBM 360 are, there are 16 registers, R0 to R15. Okay, R0 to R15, totally there are 16 general purpose register in IBM 360. Apart from the general purpose register, there are also some working registers. You call them scratch registers, scratch pads, or temporary registers. So it's just for the internal calculation purpose, right? So when you go to the memory part, so memory you can actually memory can be divided into two different memory, right? One memory is called as memory address register. The other one is memory buffer register. So there are two registers associated with memory. Okay. What is memory address register? Say, let us take the same example. I'm going to have a load instruction at location 2000. So let me say that is the example I'm going to take. What will be stored in memory address register? Right, and what will be stored in memory buffer register. So similarly, I'm going to say where what will is going to be stored. First thing, the 2000 address will be stored in the address register, right? And the value in that address is nothing but your instruction, load instruction, that is going to be stored in your memory buffer register, right? So addresses will be stored in the memory address register, and the value in that particular address, it could be an instruction or it could also be a data, so that is going to be stored in the memory buffer register. So let us see another example. For example, I have an instruction a comma, you are familiar with this instruction, a 2 comma 176 of some value like base register and index, say let us say 0 comma 1. You are familiar with this example. Let us say here this 176 is the address. What is there at our location 176 is the data is going to be there at 176. So this particular memory location, say 176, let us say you calculate everything, the displacement, base register value and all, and then you have a address. So that address will be stored in the memory address register. The value or the number which is in that particular address will be stored in your memory buffer register. Okay, so in that case, wherever there is address, this address is going to be stored in the address memory address register, and the value present inside the address will be stored in the memory buffer register. So that value could be one instruction or it could be just a value for addition. Say for example, this example I told you is addition. Addition a 2 comma one memory location we have given, which means add the contents of the memory location with register 2. Okay, so that is the meaning. We will see that in detail later, don't worry, right? So this is what happens. So memory address register will hold address, buffer register will hold data, right? What is a memory controller? Memory controller is the controller which is going to what transfer the data present in memory buffer register. It is going to transfer the data which is present inside the memory buffer register into the core memory, right? It is going to transfer the data into the core memory so that further calculations can be done, right? So apart from this, there is also an IO channel. So IO channel, you know, it's going to connect to the outside world, which is your input and output devices are going to be connected using this IO channel. That's it. Very simple architecture diagram you have here, right? Yes. So one line, if you remember, just say 3 4 words you remember about every component in that diagram, it's enough. Instruction register decodes the instruction. Location counter, location of the current instruction. What is instruction register? It loads the instruction or it contains the instruction itself, right? What is a working register? Is a temporary register or a scratch pad, right? What is a general register? So we have 16 general registers. I think there is a typing mistake. R0 to R15 are the 16 registers. And one last thing you should remember is that the word size of IBM 360 is 32 bits or 4 bytes. 32 bits or 4 bytes. So remember this, the word size of IBM 360, right? That's it. So this is going to be the general machine structure. Let us move on, right? There is memory address register, there is memory buffer register. So memory address register contains the address, buffer register contains the value. Yes, memory controller will transfer memory buffer register's value to the core memory. That much you remember is more than enough. IO channels is used for inputting and outputting information from the memory, right? You're going to input and output the memory, the data from the memory. Yes. Yes, simple. That's it. So this is the general machine structure. It's a definite 5 mark or a 8 mark question. Yes. So we will move on to the next topic. The next topic is called, so this flowchart is just for you to understand how any given instruction will execute. Okay, how it will execute. It's what we are going to see. So this particular topic is called as micro flowchart for add instruction. It's known as micro flowchart for add instruction. So what are we going to see here? We are going to see an add instruction, and then we are going to find out how it's going to be executed. So what is that add instruction we are talking about? The add instruction we are here talking about is this instruction where you're going to say you're going to add, right? So I'll just pick up pen. So what is this used for? It is used for adding two numbers. So this is the instruction, right? So this instruction here is add 2 comma 176, right? Add 2 comma 176. So we will see it in a very simpler form. You are all aware of how the address is written actually. Further in the other chapters we will actually see that address in detail. Now we are not going to go into the detailed address format. We are only going to use a simple address format which says 176. That's it. There is no parenthesis. There is nothing written in the parenthesis. So let's say, take a simple example. Add 2 comma 176. So what happens? Add the contents of memory location 176 with the contents of the register 2, and then store the result also in register 2, right? Here I told you there are 0 to 15 general purpose registers, so totally 16 registers. These registers will not, there won't be any R1 R2 or anything like that. They will directly be, so in microprocessor we had B C D E H L, right? So here there is no abbreviation, no alphabet, we only are going to be using numbers, right? Here 2 means it's a register, right? So contents of the memory location 176, one number will be there. That number has to be added with the contents of the register 2, another number will be there in register 2. I will add both these number and the result will be stored in register 2 only, right? This is the add instruction. This is the instruction we got with us. How are we going to execute is what we are going to see in the flowchart, right? Let us start, right? First and foremost thing, first we have to read that instruction. Yes or no? So where is that instruction? That instruction's address. So it sometimes it is known as instruction counter also, IC, or sometimes it is known as IC. But let us keep it as LC only. So I would like to keep it as LC, location counter. So a location counter at some memory location, this particular instruction add 2 comma 176 is there, right? First I have to read that instruction. That is the first step. So from where, which address I will read? So let us say at memory location 2000 it is there. So LC value is 2000. So what that has to be passed to which one? Memory address register. So that address will be read by the memory address register. As soon as you read the address, memory address register read some address, immediately that value will be transferred to the memory buffer register, right? Value in this case is what? The instruction itself. Yes or no? The instruction A 2 comma 176 will be now stored in the memory buffer register. So memory or contents of the MAR register. The address is going to be in MAR Okay, that value is going to be stored in MBR. That is the second step. Yes. Third step. So after seeing MBR, now there can be two things in that particular address. One address location can either have a data or it can also have a instruction. So in our case, we are going to have an instruction, right? So what we should do, that instruction has to be where passed to the instruction register. So MBR, the buffer memory buffer register's value is going to be transferred to the instruction register. Now instruction has to be decoded. So this is called what? Instruction interpreter will decode the instruction I said. So what is that? It is going to look here. It is going to look whether it is going to be add instruction, multiply instruction, branch instruction, whatever instruction that is, right? So that is what we are going to see. So we didn't have multiply instruction where in uh, 8085. Okay, here you do have a multiply instruction also, right? So now this instruction is an add instruction, so we will go to this particular flow, right? So what is there in a instruction register? Instruction register has the full instruction. From that, is there an address in that instruction? That alone is going to be picked. Okay, so the instruction is add 2 comma 176. What is the address there? 176 is the address, so we will only pick up that address 176 from the instruction and store it in the memory address register, right? So memory address register's contents is now 176, right? As soon as address register is loaded with an address, that particular value stored in 176 will be loaded with your by your memory buffer register. So the first value which you are going to add will be stored in your memory buffer register from where? From memory location 176, right? What is the next step? Right, next step we are going to make use of these working registers. So what are we going to say here? So is there a register in my instruction, right? IR is instruction register. In that, do I have a register is what I'm checking. Yes, the example says add 2 comma 176. 2 is the register I'm going to use. Okay, so 2 is going to be the register I wanted to use. So the contents of register 2 is nothing but your second number which you are going to add. So what are you doing in the next step? Working register is equal to working register. So what was the previous working register? The value present in register 2 was your working register value. So register two's value, second number, is now stored in your working register temporary for temporary use. So next step you're saying working register is equal to the previous working register value, which means what is that? The register two's value plus MBR. So what is the contents of MBR? MBR has the value present in 176. So you are adding contents present of 176 plus contents of register 2, and now that value is stored in your working register. Now we are passing the working register value into where? Into the register present in instruction register. What is the register present? Register 2. Why are we doing that? Is I told you A2 comma 176 means the contents of 176 will be added to the contents of register 2 and the result is going to be stored in register 2 itself. So that is why here we are saying after addition the sum will be present in the working register. That sum has to be stored in the register present in the instruction register, which means the instruction. So instruction has this register 2, so sum is going to be present in register 2. Okay, LC is equal to LC plus 1. So we are now ready to read the next instruction and so on. This is how an instruction in IBM 360 is going to be executed, right? Yeah, so these are the steps. So usually it is asked for a 5-mark question or an 8-mark question, whatever case it is. Just the flow chart is more than enough. You draw the flow chart and maybe in the parenthesis you can explain it like this briefly. That's more than enough, right? Yeah, this is only for your explanation. So whatever I have told there theoretically is what is there here. You understand? Yes. So this is about the micro flow chart of add instruction.